or responsibility at Nature's Touch.
This Saturday on Iwer Stage, Bacchanal Radio and Gemini Production presents So-Called Distancing. Let the Soca Heal You virtual concert this Saturday, June 20th, 6 p.m. till, featuring Patrice Roberts, Mr. Killer, Olatunji, Swappy, Hitman, Super Blue, Marsville, Nessa Preppy, Prince Swanee, Cassie, Adesh, Samaru, Jupati, Trinidad Killer, Father Fox, Freeze, College Boy Jesse, Anil Bean, Rakesh, Yankaran, Himlata, Rishi, Shiny, and the RG Band, and the boss himself, Neil Iwer George. Plus, more artists to be added this Saturday. Streaming live on Iwer TV, YouTube, and Facebook, and BacchanalRadio.com. It's Soca Distancing this Saturday, June 20th, 6 p.m. till.
Better vision for your physical eyes, and through the eyes of faith, let healing arise in your mind, body, and spirit. At Natural Heal Ministries, we teach kingdom principles for living that brings the blessing of God to your mind, body, and soul.
NHM Professional Associates are located at number 10 Moody Stewart Street, Monrepos, San Fernando. For more info, contact Dr. Desmond Phillip at NHM on 349-3494.
NHM Professional Associates can be heard live on the Street 919 FM every Saturday from 9:05 to 9:55 a.m.
We know the street because we talk to the street.
Come talk with us on the Street 919 FM.
This is Street Sense. Positive, anecdotal, and relevant.
Street Sense is brought to you by Be Mobile. Life is on.
Over the past few months, life as we know it has changed. We continue to discover new things, how to unmask creativity, and how to quarantine our differences. We're attending concerts from our bedrooms, giving the earth a vacation and learning beyond the classroom. As we journey through this together, let's never forget all the reasons to keep believing things will get better. Be connected, be positive, be mobile.
To increase student engagement and ownership of learning, we should give students opportunities to do meaningful work that makes a difference locally, nationally, and globally. This was said by Eric Williams. That was Street Sense. Pick sense from nonsense.
Street Sense is brought to you by Be Mobile. Life is on.
Over the past few months, life as we know it has changed. We continue to discover new things, how to unmask creativity, and how to quarantine our differences. We're attending concerts from our bedrooms, giving the earth a vacation and learning beyond the classroom. As we journey through this together, let's never forget all the reasons to keep believing things will get better. Be connected, be positive, be mobile.
We know the street because we talk to the street.
Come talk with us on the Street 919 FM.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy.
Wow.
Here at Oni Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
Street Sport Report courtesy O'Neill Car Rentals of Tobago. Renting a car in Tobago is as easy as 361-1042. Well, members of the United TNT Football Association group are seeking to hold a virtual general meeting of the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association on the weekend. The meeting seemingly will be to discuss the overstepping of the authority and unacceptable behavior by ousting TTFA President William Wallace. The group issued a release on Tuesday saying that the situation arose after regional sport broadcaster Sportsmax revealed information concerning 3 crucial contracts which Mr. Williams allegedly signed off on without the apparent final approval of the TTFA board. The group said this behavior was totally unacceptable, and it was this type of activity by the previous regime which led the TTFA membership to vote out David John Williams and replace him with Mr. Wallace before FIFA stepped in to appoint the Normalization Committee to revamp local football. In some cricket news, Cricket West Indies has shortlisted 4 candidates for the final stage of the recruitment process for the role of a full-time head coach for the West Indies women's team. The names of the candidates have not been released, but CWI have said that all the candidates are of West Indian heritage. The candidates progressed from the initial interview stage, which concluded last week. The successful candidates will be named once the final interviews have been conducted. Finally, we finish with some international football news. The English League football resumes this afternoon, much to the delight of many local football fans. The 4 teams carded to play in the 2 games scheduled today all have something to play for. The first game is just about to kick off with Aston Villa and Sheffield United. Villa is second from bottom and is desperately fighting relegation. A win this afternoon will take them out of the drop zone at least until the weekend. Sheffield United themselves are in 7th place, 2 points out of a Europa League spot and 5 points adrift of a Champions League place with 10 games remaining this season. Manchester City will host Arsenal from 3:15 p.m. Also with 10 games to play. Arsenal are 5 points off the Europa League place and 8 points shy of a Champions League spot. The 25-point gap between City and league-leading Liverpool means mathematically they are still in with a chance to retain the title they won last year. And that was a look at your Street Sport Report, courtesy O'Neill Car Rentals of Tobago. Stay tuned for one final newscast on the Street 919 FM. That comes up at 4 p.m.
Broadcasting from Trinidad to the world, the Street919FM.com.
We know the importance of great customer service. That's why here at O'Neill Rentals, we offer the fastest delivery service to our clients absolutely free. All of our cars are guaranteed clean and fueled up upon delivery. We also offer quick and easy e-sign-up. This means we can sign you up from anywhere using our cell phone and tablet technologies. This also means that there's no paperwork to do ever. We value our customers. That's why we go above and beyond to make you happy. So, are you coming to Tobago? Do you need a rental car? Call us now for your quote today. 361-1042. Call us today, 361-1042.
Broadcasting from Trinidad to the world, the Street919FM.com. Dealing with current issues in society.
If we could only get, as I've said repeatedly, the sort of attitude that the population as a whole has to the entire carnival celebrations, if you could have that throughout the year, Trinidad and Tobago would be the richest country in the world.
The official station that defends the nation, the Street 91 FM.
So that's Mr. Joshua Regrello. Mr. Joshua Regrello, and he's going to be on Iwer stage this Thursday. This Thursday, join Joshua Regrello on Iwer stage, Sweet TNT. So, we'll be showcasing some of Joshua music today. We're playing it for it tomorrow. All right, on Iwer stage. So you have to be a part of it, Trinidad and Tobago. And we're seeing with the Minister of Health press conference today. That was held today at 11 a.m. And I know that many of you would have listened to it here on the Street 919 FM. And I hope that you would have gotten information from it. I still have my young person in studio with me today. We're going to take some calls in a short bit. But I want to make sure that you all are up with us on Facebook. So jump on Facebook, just type in the Street 919 FM on Facebook and share your views. Let us know what are your thoughts about what we are discussing today. So we're discussing young people, youths, and their interest in politics and voting, and why is it so difficult at times to get the young people to buy into politics, to buy into voting, and to buy into believing in their future, if politics is a part of their future. Why is it so difficult to get the young people into acknowledging that fact? All right, so I'm going back to my guess. So 50,000 jobs is 50,000.
I can't even talk about that.
Yeah, 50,000. The 50,000 jobs is not for the young people of Trinidad and Tobago.
I don't know who it's for, but all I know is that it's unattainable in any reasonable person's mind. But Pastor Gold, the answer to the question of why young people, a lot of young people, don't get involved in politics.
Yes.
You see, because the reality is, politics is seen as a distant, high-level, them versus us thing. We don't understand that every day we live politics. Politics is the art of dealing with people and managing resources and allocating those resources to meet people's needs. There is politics in your home. If you have a brother and a sister, and one run to your mother first and says, I want $10, there's only $10. Your mother gave your sister it, you decide and go and wash your wares. That is politics. That in essence is the art of what is happening in our negotiations, because we have one pie to share. If it is we give tutor the biggest part of the pie, the nurses can't get the rest. And we need to see politics as an everyday phenomenon. We need to see politics as all of our business. And unfortunately, something that Barack Obama said, which sticks to me and is something that should be instructive to all young people, is that you wouldn't let your grandparents pick your playlist. Why would you let them pick your representative who is going to determine your future?
Say that again.
Barack Obama said in a 2018 video when he was speaking directly to young people, he said that you wouldn't let your grandparents pick your playlist. Why would you let them pick your representative who would determine your future? And that is instructive to all persons below the age of 40. Because we are the persons that have to determine what Trinidad and Tobago post-2020, post-2025, post-2030 will look like. Gone are the days where we can sit back and allow our mothers and our fathers and our grandparents and their historical approach to dealing with governance issues to determine what our government's composition will look like.
But what would you say to a young person where I understand what the quote that you would have given from Barack Obama, where he says that, why would you allow your grandparents to pick a playlist for you to listen to when you know that your grandparents, basically what he's saying is that for people who it may have gone over some people there, what he's saying, Barack Obama is saying is that, hear what? Your grandparents' taste may not be your taste of music. And as a young person, you would have your interest in what you would want to see. Mm-hmm. There is this notion that the present government neglected the youth. Wait. There is this notion that this present government neglecting the youth. I'll just show you. While like sport would have been mad with all mad with all sort of issues. There are people who would admit that live sport was a great idea, but poorly implemented. Right? Some people were saying that there is nothing now. Right? There's nothing now to replace live sport. While there are other youthful programs that would have come on the that live sport would have come on the heels of, where you had My Lat, My Part, MIC, all the youth programs, YTEP, all the youth programs that was established. YTEP was established under the ANR, and YTEP stood the test of time. And MIC and all these other programs would have come in under Mr. Manning. COSTAT, all of those youth programs would have come on Mr. Manning. And persons are saying that under Mr. Manning, there were great youth programs, great youth ideas, great youth enhancement programs. Under the UNC, there was as you would see, live sport, which was a fantastic idea, but mad with all sorts of madness that took place. What has the PNM brought to your mind? What has the PNM brought as a replacement to live sport and as a replacement to, or something to encourage the youth in advancing themselves in.
So when I look at the comments, I see actually I was following a similar discussion to this on Kareem Marcel's Facebook page this week, and I actually see him in the comments here. And what I can say is that the live sport program was maybe well intentioned and mismanaged. That you can't rewrite fact.
Right.
What I can say is that mismanagement has fueled a greater issue. What the PNM has done, moreover, instead of recreating a live sport, it has increased its investment in youth organizations, youth managed and youth-led programs as a means of reaching at-risk youth. What does that mean? So the Ministry of Education, only this ministry, this is not Ministry of Social and Youth Affairs. The Ministry of Education has responsibility for the higher education services, MyLat, MyPart, National Skills Development Program, the National Retraining Program, GATE, Youth Academic Training Program, HYPE, Help You Prepare for Employment, MUST Program, Program for Apprenticeship and Reorientation Training, and the Higher Education Loan Program. Then they have other bodies for which they supplement their support with. What the PNM has done is invested into these programs. Live sport created a niche in the area of sport. The Ministry of Sport and Youth Affairs, instead of recreating live sport, they would have launched a number of initiatives. So Minister Shamfa Kujo would have done the 40 under 40 program, where you bring together young people who have done exceptionally well, who are inspirations to young people, and you empower them with necessary resources to reach and target young people in more focused groups. So whereas you create a live sport, a massive sporting program that has a lot of money being expended in program administration, the Ministry of Sport and Youth Affairs have brought together young people who are volunteering of their time and services, and they are going directly into schools. They are going directly into communities. The Ministry of Community Development, Culture and the Arts has increased its funding to youth clubs and community councils so that they can also do targeted community work. So what has happened is that the government has decentralized its youth service offering. We're talking about a decentralized system of government we want to have a Ministry of Sport and Youth Affairs in every district. We want to have a Ministry of Education in every district. Why are we expecting the government to do a large program like live sport when we can do mini live sports in all of our districts through partner organizations? And that has been the approach of this government by strategically channeling its funding into communities through organizations that are already existing and already functioning in these areas.
Okay. All right.
So it's a difference in approach. One approach, because of how grand it is, leaves room for corruption and mismanagement. The other approach, because of how focused it is, there are so many checks and balances and control measures. I am an executive officer of the Aruka Community Council. We have to submit audited statements every year.
Right.
Investment in programs like the Trinidad and Tobago Cadet Force, I can tell you that the government has made strategic investment into the organization in terms of providing things that cadets need. And the reality is, a number of cadets come from these communities that live sport would have served. I tell you, I'm the officer assigned to Success Lavantil. There's Mova Lavantil, Mokorapo East, Mokorapo West, St. James Secondary, Diego Martin North Secondary, Diego Martin Central Secondary, all of these schools are at risk considered schools, and they have, through the cadet program, access to resources of the state.
Read Matthew's statement for me.
Matthew Bernadette. He damn disrespectful. These are the black children who cussing their grandparents and parents. No other race will say what he said. So much opportunity had they never take. Color me orange was good.
Color me orange was good?
Bernadette, I'm not sure that I understand what you're trying to get at. I don't know if you want to rephrase it. Maybe some words were missing in between. Maybe you want to rephrase it so that I can get the gist of what you're saying.
All right, Guy says... You're seeing you go down to
Guy,
the
most schools are already equipped to host and already hosting these programs, and Legacy is correct. And let's go back. The idea of college versus senior com, junior com. When you tell people they are something long enough and the right people say it, they become that. Their behavior becomes that. This government understood that. And when I'm saying this, I mean the PNM understood that. And that is why from very early on, the idea of comprehensive sec versus junior sec versus senior sec, that was done away with. We've gone to the idea of course, except somewhere like URC. Of course, excuse that. That's just poking fun on the side.
Read that statement there from the second to last.
Franca A. Cordner. Young man is a product of PNM policies, so we must ask ourselves, is there youth programs available for the development of youths, or are some of us not utilizing the opportunities given? Franca, I totally agree with you. A number of us turn a blind eye, and we expect, let me say, a lot of us expect the opportunities to come home on our couches, in our beds, in front of our PS4, on the block on the corner, or in front of Netflix. The reality is the information is there. But there.
But there are young persons who, what you just said there, all other stuff reach them like that. They will say to you that what you just said there, all the other information, misinformation, meets them on their phone. It reaches them on their Netflix. It reaches them on their television. It reaches them in front of their Nintendo.
Google the old people, let's say, you can lead the horse to water, you can't make it drink. The information is available. You cannot help people who do not want to help themselves. I say this at the expense maybe of some people disagreeing with me, but I believe fundamentally what we have is, yes, to some degree, people not having information, but to a larger degree, some people are not willing to make that investment in themselves to go out and
so how
find
do you
the
encourage them to make investment? Because let me tell you something. I understand what you're saying, and I'm asking you all the hard questions because this is the reality of it. The reality of it is that, yes, you cannot, you could take a horse to the water, right? But you cannot force it to drink. But the horse has to be thirsty. A thirsty horse will not see running water and not drink.
Google, do I make the horse thirsty, or must the horse be thirsty? And that's the point. People must want to change. People must want development. They must seek after it for themselves. And I'm saying, if it is you, I extend an olive branch to you. You have to meet me halfway. I am saying the government cannot. It is not reasonable for us to expect, whilst we can package the information in a palatable way, in little snippets.
Right.
The Honorable Donna Cox, Minister of Communications, has talking with Donna. So she has little 3-minute videos. Dialogue with Donna. Little 3-minute videos with pieces of information. The Ministry of Education has little, through their communications unit, has little infographics.
How much young persons, be honest with me, how much young persons you think are aware of the program that you were just speaking about with the Ministry of Sport? Kick Your Legacy sent something for you there. Read Legacy. You know that.
I know that QRC was one of the prestige schools that cap in hand to use and borrow the immense equipment yourself, the common schools, but some of who scorned them, not understanding the facility. You know that QRC was one of the prestige schools that came cap in hand to use and borrow the immense equipment resources of those schools built by Dr. Williams for the masses, some of whom scorned them. Well, again, Legacy, I've really and truly enjoyed your discourse. We have to disagree at this point.
Leave Legacy alone.
But as I said earlier, on the rewrite history,
right?
The history of QRC, and I know it's not a QRC discussion.
No, it's
it
not.
has been one of those programs, just as we're talking about the programs that provides opportunities for young people. QRC was also one of those programs in the 1903, 1904, just when it became QRC, away from the Queen's Collegiate. It would have been an opportunity for those persons that were not of the rich class in Trinidad and Tobago to experience education and to get a chance to win an island scholarship, as many, the very Dr. Williams did. And I'm saying, back to Google's point, how many persons are aware of the programs that the Ministry of Sport has? Maybe not enough.
Why not?
I can say one, because some people don't go and look for the information, and
right.
two, if it is we're saying that people are not coming, maybe there can be a greater investment in taking the information out there.
And that is something key. That is something key. And someone is saying, what is Matthew saying? And there are a lot of comments that are being posted that we're not getting chance to look at.
So, Terry Arthur asked a question about the Honorable Marlene MacDonald because of her issues and the UNC bringing back Anil, who is so tainted. Again, Terry, there is a fundamental difference between UNC and PNM. The PNM has always been a party that stands on integrity and transparency, and where there are issues, it always urges its members to do the most ethical thing. Miss MacDonald, MP, has served her constituency well. Her good works cannot be changed. It can't be underwritten. The history can't be rewritten. But now she's facing a challenge, which she, just as any other citizen, is guaranteed to have their day in court to prove their innocence and or receive their direction of guilt. However, what we do know about it wasn't me and Tupol and the number of other persons who rise with the sun. And we'll talk about when we come back.
Wait for a break.
Let's talk on the street. The official station that defends the nation.
This Thursday, it's Pa Night on Iwer Stage, featuring...
Hey, what's the scene, everybody? My name is Joshua Regrello, and this Thursday, June 18th at 7 p.m., I'll be performing on Iwer Stage. So make sure and tune in, because we got a serious vibe. I got to get you a really sweet band. So make sure and tune in this Thursday, June 18th, Iwer Stage, 7 p.m. We outside.
Streaming live on Instagram at Iwer George, Facebook Neil Iwer George, and YouTube Iwer TV. It's Iwer Stage.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
Church radio will never be the same again. Join the Church of the Firstborn Assembly with Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Sundays and from 9 p.m. to midnight on Wednesdays right here on the street 919 FM. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. First Citizens Bank account number 795222. For more information, call 753-1113. Psalm 46 verse 1. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Log on to the church's website, www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org.
We are in this together at Dowell's Famous Foods and BQ Bites, 1 week only, starting from Sunday the 14th of June to the 21st of June. You can get plenty for 20 at Dowell's Famous Foods. Have yourself 2 pieces of mouth-watering chicken and 1 side, or 1 zesty chicken sandwich for only $20 at BQ Bites. Get yourself a grab-and-go meal for only $20. Visit Dowell's Famous Foods and BQ Bites, Port Mall, as they acknowledge we are in this together. 1 week only. 2 pieces and 1 side, $20. 1 zesty chicken sandwich, $20. 1 grab and go meal, $20. Darrell's Famous Foods and BQ Bites, Port Mall. We are in this together.
Hey guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home, or get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestateTT.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
Technology just went a step further with Global Galaxy app. The Global Galaxy app shows you where the hotspots are when looking for a good time. Looking for something new? This app is going to resolve all that for you. It allows you to see a live projection of the amount of people in a specific club, restaurant, hotel, boat ride, and more. Showing you menus, reviews, specials, and much more. Global Galaxy is worldwide and allows business owners to upload their content, videos, memes, and menus. Global Galaxy app is also a very good marketing strategy to allow more traffic in your establishment, and is available free for both Android and iOS devices. So, any user that downloads this app sees all participating restaurants, hotels, boat rides, and wherever you would like to go. Business owners just have to log in at our website, www.globalgalaxy.com, and register on the website. And you would have an admin section where you would be able to manage the visual of those who would be using the app. As long as you install the app and check into a participating outlet, gives you a prompt to check in anonymously. So please don't be alarmed. You would not be informed of whom would be at the establishment. It just gives you a quantitative live feed so that you would know exactly where you would like to go and how many people are there. Download the app today. Global Galaxy app, available for both Android and iOS devices.
Check the supermarket and buy a prepaid kit. Still need to get help. Simply install yourself. Time for activation. WhatsApp with no hesitation. Get 15 days free and HBO for 50. Turn on DirecTV. ECS. Get your prepaid TV. ECS 4 to 3. Turn on DirecTV. ECS. Get your prepaid TV. easy as 1, 2, 3.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3 to get DirecTV prepaid. Buy your kit in store. WhatsApp 390-3288. Visit directvcaribbean.com to activate. Turn on no drama TV with DirecTV.
Turn on DirecTV.
What are you sleeping on? Did you know that you may be sleeping on dead skin cells, dust mites, and bodily fluids? Do you suffer with aches, pain, stiffness, and other sleep disorders? Studies show that you should replace your mattress every 7 to 10 years for better health, better support, and a better night's sleep. Visit a sleep center today at Quartz and find the perfect mattress for you. Quartz, bringing value home.
Are you looking for a home care aid for an elderly parent? Maybe you're looking for a nanny or babysitter for your children. Are you looking for a housekeeper or cleaner for your home or office? Then Helping Hands Home Care is the place for you. We provide qualified home care aid, nannies, babysitters, housekeepers, and cleaners at reasonable prices. We work so you don't have to. Just send us your budget and schedule and we'll make it happen. Are you trained in home care? Do you have experience in caring for the elderly, disabled, or children? Or maybe you want to earn extra money cleaning homes and offices? Then be part of our team. We want you. Contact us today, WhatsApp or call 4838741 to sign up. We are Helping Hands Home Care. Helping Hands Home Care. The home is where the heart is.
That pick me up, that starts your day. Nescafe. That rich aroma there to stay. That cup of joy that makes you say Nescafe. It all starts with a Nescafe.
Nescafe Classic Rich Aroma Double Filtered Full Flavor Coffee is the perfect start to your day.
That cup of joy that makes you say Nescafe.
Nestle. Good food, good life.
This Saturday on Iwer Stage, Bacchanal Radio and Gemini Production presents So-Called Distancing. Let the Soca Heal You virtual concert this Saturday, June 20th, 6 p.m. till, featuring Patrice Roberts, Mr. Killer, Olatunji, Swappy, Hitman, Super Blue, Marsville, Nessa Preppy, Prince Swanee, Cassie, Adesh, Samaru, Jupity, Trinidad Killer, Father Fox, Freeze, College Boy Jesse, Anil Bean, Rakesh, Yankaran, Himlata, Rishi, Tiny, and the RG Band, and the boss himself, Neil Iwer George. Plus, more artists to be added this Saturday, streaming live on Iwer TV, YouTube, and Facebook, and BacchanalRadio.com. It's Soca Distancing this Saturday, June 20th, 6 p.m. till.
Come talk with us.
Realest news, hard talk.
Real talk on the street, 919 FM.
Trinidad and Tobago, we're back with you, and remember that music you hear in the background is from Joshua Regrello, and he will be with us here on Iwer Stage this Tuesday. So the music you're hearing in the background there is Joshua. I need to go to the phone lines, people curling, they're saying they ain't getting through. Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Pastor Google. Good afternoon to your young, brilliant guests that you have here in the studio today.
Why are you sounding so soft?
Yes, this is Kareem, man.
But Kareem is sounding very soft.
So you want me take you on? You want me to take you on like the Superman?
No, we had to raise your volume on your phone.
Alright. Pastor Google, I want to say a special salute and congratulations to you. This program that you're running here every Wednesday is something that we needed a long time in this country, and especially on Talk Radio, where we get young people from all different walks and life of the country, throughout the country, to really come and give a youth perspective on things and take for granted how much many young people in this country don't care about politics. They don't want to vote. They don't want to know why it's important. And when you have young persons, showing how important, politics is, you make people start to tune in. I think that more and more young people would be encouraged, and I think that it's something that we must stand behind, that we must stand behind, and actually maybe extend it beyond the Wednesday. I think in the heat of election season, especially this election season, where we know that for far too long we have had this racial and tribal voting among generations before us, and if we are the ones that are going to bridge the gap and to make that change, I think it starts with our young people, voicing your opinion and actually trying to persuade others. So I want to congratulate you on this program. I salute it, I respect it, and I would like to see it on more. So my young brother there, you have touched so many important points, and we have to remember as a country that it is a PNM policy and PNM plan from gate. You see, sometimes we take for granted how important gate was. It was a PNM. This wasn't only a Patrick Manning thing. This was a PNM Vision 2020, policy and plan. Even the playing field, so that a young man from Beetham and a young lady from Sataria and a young man from Labre can all be afforded the same opportunity to go to tertiary education, regardless of how rich or poor their parents might have been. Creating that opportunity and breaking that cycle. No, I too have advocated for life sport to be brought back, and I think that it's not only a matter of life sport. It's a matter of life sport, Hoop for Life, Colonier, and all these were initiatives that were good in principle.
Yes.
But we know that the UNC and the Kamala administration, that they are tainted. They are tainted by mismanagement, corruption, and scandal of the day. So brilliant ideas and policies that they tarnish. I think it will take a PNM government to bring this back on stream, do the right thing, and get it done the right way. I think that we cannot, after reading the Salon report, it's important to know that while there might be hype and must and so on, and while the opportunities might be there for everyone to get, the accessibility for at-risk youth, our at-risk youth, is not as simple as just going and pull out a form. I am telling you that I have worked with at-risk youth in my communities and so many outside. And for example, Patrick Manning would have built the Laventel Technology Center, a multi-billion-dollar industry, building with different programs with mass Wi-Fi, all of it in one place. But do you know, Pastor Google, that a young man from Dan Kelly can go to there because somebody in Beetham will kill him? Or a youth from Beetham can walk over to there because somebody will... And these are hypothetical theories that I'm telling you about.
It's fact.
There are at least two occasions, there were at least two occasions that there was death in front of that Laventel Technology Center because our young people cannot access it. Those young people who are going to learn a trade, it's not because they're part of this rascality or Muslim gang, but they end up falling victim to it. So I'm saying that we have to, revise our policy and revamp it as we go by. Things that were applicable in 2000. In 2007, we were dealing with people like Marquera and Kojo and Fresh. In 2010, we were dealing with Rasta City and Muslim City throughout Trinidad and Tobago. And that is why it's important for our at-risk youth to develop programs and to cushion it and change it in a way in order to adapt to the new society. But I think that under the Honorable Dr. Kidrowley, that this new society that we're creating, it really has to start now, and we need our youth on board. So I have to run now. Thank you, and God bless everyone.
Thank you very much, Kareem. Thank you very, very much. So, Kareem
Kareem is wholly right. I agree with him wholeheartedly. We must begin the conversation on how are we going to shape our new society going forward. How are we going to reach at-risk youth? What programs are we going to put to impact their lives in a I say a meaningful way, not a tokenistic way, not a matter of us just parading them in an event or giving them a $5,000 a month. How do we really change the lives of these young people from these communities that we as a society have deemed to be less than? And that's a conversation that we must have. An activist, community activist like Kareem Marcel, a young scholar, doing his legal studies, and I genuinely feel that platforms like these, Pastor Google, are very important to create that space for those youthful discussions with new, bright, vibrant ideas to change our political landscape and to change our society. We have to remodel our society, and only young people are able to take that take us forward.
All right. Well, we're taking your calls on 342-0081, 342-0081, 771-1791, 771-1791, 466-5391, 466-5391, and we're continuing our discussion here. And I know that you were sharing with me before we left, before we went for the break. I just want to play this voice note. I know that someone sent a voice note, and I don't want to wait too long.
Pastor Google, good day. My gosh, these young people you have in the studio, they have just retired, the likes of Winford James and others. Okay? Tell them to continue the good work that they're doing. Continue to lift the standard for Trinidad and Tobago. I think with the young people like this, I think our future is secure. Thank you.
All right. Well, if you think so, then we need a sponsor. We're still looking for a sponsor for the program, you know. We're still looking for a sponsor. So if you're interested in sponsoring our youth program, then you can do so. Let me take this call. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Pastor. I guess there. Yeah, yeah, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, recently the caller called from Princestown made the point that there are a lot of people in Trinidad, specifically amongst our black population, that feels that once they vote for our government, the government is entitled to be like a waiter or waitress in their lives. If you understand what I'm saying? No, I just heard the youth man, they say that we have to find a way to this gang violence and this type of foolishness what is happening in what we call hotspots in our countries to end. But what the Princestown caller was really trying to say is that God has only helped those who help themselves. Now we have to change our mindset. And unless you have ambition, which equals will, and where there's a will, there's a way, which equals having a skill or a talent, or if you're getting academics or vocational, but you have to balance the two. And with those two, you have to place more emphasis on what we call family life. So unless we can get these three things together, get the youth to be vibrant enough to have ambition, get the youth to be in order to be able to accomplish a skill, because I never see a poor tradesman. Unless he into some kind of thing, but you know what I mean? But plumbers, electricians, you name it, once you're sober and your head in the right place, them fellas will always be doing it wet according to what is be saying. So I guess that's where we have to head to. Get used to have ambition, place emphasis, you know, it's think tanks, you know, and you see people like that, youth man, then, you know what I mean? I never thought we had youth like that around. You understand what I'm saying? So the more you get to pull these people out of Google, give thanks and praise. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, so we're taking your calls, 342-0081, 771-1791, 466-5391, and we're taking your voice notes also on 771-1791. All right, so we continue.
The last caller made a point on an investment in non-conventional education. And that's very important. I know the Ministry of Education for quite some years has been investing in skills training. And why is that important? The reality is not everybody is going to want to do a bachelor's degree. Not everybody is going to want to do a master's degree. And the reality is for our society to function, we must have people at every level. We must start to regard plumbers and tile men and join us as professionals.
Yeah.
We have a call?
Yeah. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. 23 years old?
Yes, 23.
Nah, young man, I must congratulate you. You don't have to must congratulate your parents. Pastor Google, I can't sponsor now, but I could throw something. If it want, we can help try barbecue and all. But the young man, I give you kudos for 23 years old young man. The way you make me drop asleep, the way you explain the economy a while ago, brilliant. I commend you for that. The way you looked at the economy and the way you looked at the way the nurses and everybody, I commend you highly on that. Whatever your parents put into you, partner, you accept it. So let me go back to the lady just now. Imagine that we have a technology center in Lavanton, and the man across the road can't go across it to become the same plumber or the same electrician we're talking about. So until you know what a man tell me this morning? Since we want to take down, I understand your point with Columbus statue, but I don't think the whole idea is taking it down, And I try to explain that to a man. It's rewriting the history that was taught to us about Columbus.
Yeah.
That we wouldn't put him on a pedestal. You understand? Because when they said emancipation and we said no, we want freedom. That was linked with emancipation, and because I don't want you to emancipate me and I'm still mentally locked up. You understand? And that is where Christopher Columbus left us. That is where our history left us. A bit confused. And today we are now coming out. You are the generation who come out of the independence. I am one of those who come out of the independence generation, and you are the birth of what we were supposed to create. And I must say, whatever your parents did to you, you show great prominence, young man. Enjoy your evening, Pastor.
Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon to you youngsters and the wise ones, the young wise ones in your presence. And Pastor Google, I've never doubted that our society has persons like those young persons that you have in the studio. The problem used to be that we grow so accustomed children should be seen and not heard, and that persons who in authority felt that listen to a young person, them don't know nothing because they don't have the experience. Missing the point that because they're observing, they may be able to see a different spin on things. And then, of course, education and things like gate and all that. I'm saying the time has come now that, as Dr. Rowley would have said, he's creating a new society. And I always call Dr. Rowley a transformational leader. And I always look at him, the studies that he's involved in, he's a scientist. And scientists think about things critically, empirical evidence, it's research-driven. And with him at the helm, who is not afraid to stand and announce himself or say yes or no firmly, I think it has given young persons a strength, because I think they're always looking for somebody like that in society or in leadership to be able to stand and not be afraid to announce themselves or to speak with authority. And I think that is what we see now, leadership that has transcended onto what we see with young persons now. And I'm saying not only, it will all as well. I would encourage the elder persons like myself and others to embrace what we hear in here and share our experiences with what they are seeing too, and let us bridge the two together. It could really strengthen us because they have a voice. And if you keep denying them the voice, a lot of negative things happen that we see coming out of the so-called hotspot area. It's not so much that they want to be bad, but if you have ideas and you have concepts and you have no way to really treat and deal with it, you can't read properly, you can't write properly, and there's not a space for you to be able to get it without being embarrassed, you find that you don't have anything to do. You would gravitate to things that are negative. So I'm saying again that we need to work with these young persons. We need to listen to them, not hear them, listen to them, and see how we could bridge the gap together. There are some elders who will never understand them. It's like getting a cell phone as an elder person. No matter what you tell them to put it on, they don't know what to do. So again, I'm saying this.
Wait for the ads.
They talk. You talk. Come talk with us. On the street. 919 FM.
The
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
This Thursday, it's Bar Night on Iwer Stage, featuring...
Hey, what's the scene, everybody? My name is Josh Gordegrello, and this